These are key teachings from Neville Goddard from The Power of Awareness. According to Neville Goddard, if you want to change your life, you must begin at the very source, with your own basic concept of self. Outer change is not enough. The cause goes deeper. The essential change must take place inside yourself, in your own concept of yourself. You must assume that you are who you want to be and persist with that, for your assumption of being is a reality which is completely independent of objective fact. Your desires will manifest outwardly only when you persist in being in the state of being in the feeling state of the desire fulfilled. Well, how does that work? The I am manifests itself into form. At the center of all manifestation, there is really only one I am, manifesting in a vast variety of forms and concepts of itself. This means that everything that you see, everything that you experience, everything that you are, is a manifestation of the one I am presence, the one spirit, the one creator of the universe, and you are that. In this human realm, we are given free will to see ourselves as we choose. We are then the I am choosing its concept of self through human incarnation and its ideas of limitation. And it is this concept of self that determines the form and scenery of the I am's existence, of your existence, the shape of your life. Everything depends upon the I am's attitude towards itself. That which it will not affirm as true of itself cannot awaken in its world. This means that everything in your life depends upon your attitude toward yourself, your concept of yourself. What you cannot affirm as true of yourself cannot awaken in your world. The I am is the only reality. The I am consciousness is the one and only reality. It is the first and only cause and substance of life. Everything comes from it and is shaped by it. Your consciousness is made of it. Therefore, nothing has existence for you except through your consciousness of it. This is the most important concept that Neville puts forth. Truly understanding this, not just with your brain, but as an embodied knowing, will absolutely change your life for the better. It will change what happens in your world. Your self-concept creates your reality. You and your environment cannot be regarded as existing separately. You and your world are one. The explanation for why things appear to happen to you and around you lies in your state of consciousness. This we can grasp intellectually, but it can be more challenging to accept this experientially. It means we are 100% responsible for how we experience our lives. If your concept of yourself were different, everything in your world would be different. Your concept of yourself being what it is, everything in your world must be as it is. Haven't you known people who always just seem to make trouble for themselves? And haven't you known people who just seem to have all the luck? The difference between how these people's lives play out is not sheer happenstance. These people will experience the exact same circumstances from completely different states of being and have different outcomes in their lives. One person experiences the event as troublesome, and the other experiences it as a doorway into something new. It isn't the event or circumstance that creates what happens next for each of these people. It is their conscious state of being in relation to that event or circumstance. One perceives the event as happening to them, and the other understands the event as an outpicturing of their own state of consciousness. Their conscious choice to be in an optimistic state of consciousness, despite appearances, will change the next sequence of events for them. Therefore, you must turn from the objective appearance of things to the subjective center of things, your consciousness, if you truly desire to know the cause of the events of life and how to use this knowledge to realize your fondest dreams. Here are Neville's 4 steps for using this understanding to create your reality. 1. Cultivate intense desire. You must want to be different before you can begin to change your world. You must want to change your consciousness in order to change what appears in your reality. According to Neville, your attitude should be one in which you desire to express a higher state of experience. This is a key point and so often misunderstood. Notice how Neville emphasizes putting your attention on your state of being rather than on objects or money or circumstances or a particular person you hope to attract. You must cultivate a deep desire to be different first before you can experience a different life at a higher level. You alone take on the responsibility of incarnating this new and greater version of yourself. 2. Use the power of assumption. You must become what you want to see in your world. The ideal you seek and hope to attain will not manifest, will not be realized by you until you have imagined that you are already that ideal. This is the tricky bit. We are so used to trying to manipulate our outer reality from our outer reality to get what we want that we don't realize that it will not appear until we are in the state of consciousness that matches whatever that circumstance is. This calls for a radical psychological transformation of yourself. You must ignore what seems to be real and cultivate instead the feeling of your wish fulfilled. The assumption of the feeling of the wish fulfilled makes the future dream a present fact. 3. Use imagination and controlled attention to change your world. The great secret is a controlled imagination and a well-sustained attention firmly and repeatedly focused on the ideal to be accomplished. By creating the ideal state within your mental sphere, by assuming that you already are that ideal, you identify yourself with it and thereby transform yourself into its image. It's important to understand that unlike many other teachings of the New Age, Neville is not talking about using your imagination to draw things to you. In fact, he isn't focusing on things at all. The things are secondary. He is admonishing us to concentrate on an ideal state of being, the state of being you would have if you were the kind of person who experienced the things you wish to experience and had the things you wish to have. So this goes well beyond the garden variety of visualization. You are first focusing your desire and attention on an idealized state of being, a feeling state, not on the things first. The truth that sets you free is that you can experience in imagination what you desire to experience in reality, and by maintaining this experience in imagination, your desire will become your reality. 4. Learn to use concentrated attention. Your imagination is able to do all that you ask in proportion to the degree of your attention. All progress, all fulfillment of desire depend upon the control and concentration of your attention. Your attention may be either attracted from outside of you or directed by you from within. Your attention is directed from within when you deliberately choose what you will be preoccupied with mentally. However much you seem to be living in a material world, you are actually living in a world of imagination. These periods of absorption, of concentrated attention, are the beginnings of the things you harvest. It is in such moments that you are exercising your creative power, the only creative power there is. The Effortless Way. The day you fully realize the power of assumption, you discover that it works by means of attention minus effort. Thus, with least action, through an assumption, you hurry without haste and reach your goal without effort. The future must become the present in your mind if you would wisely operate the law of assumption. The future becomes the present when you imagine that you already are what you will be when your assumption is fulfilled. Be still, use least action, and know that you are that which you desire to be. The end of longing should be being. Translate your dream into being. Destiny. Since life is infinite, the concept of an ultimate destiny is inconceivable. When we understand that consciousness is the only reality, we know that it is the only creator. This means that your consciousness is the creator of your destiny. Remember, all is yours. Do not go seeking for that which you are. Appropriate it, claim it, assume it. Everything depends upon your concept of yourself. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And I would love to hear from you. So leave me a comment about what you thought about the video and also what topics and authors you'd like me to cover in the future. If you're interested in a copy of The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard, transcribed for women, there's a link below in the description. Thanks again.